we start. Jason Marquis will not make his start on Friday. Today had an MRI and an arthrogram on the right, his right elbow, and he will be placed on the disabled list. So that's right now. We'll corresponding move tomorrow. Now back to regular business.
How's Zim?
I don't know. Zim, there was a cramp. It wasn't the same leg as the previous injury. So, hopefully it was a cramp. I say it was a cramp. I hope it wasn't a pull of some type, but he definitely felt something. So, it'll probably be sore tomorrow when he wakes up, and we'll just see how it goes. I don't know yet.
How good was it to see the Evans get that big hit and then Pudge come through for you?
Yeah, well, both catchers have just been outstanding, Great at bat by both guys. Pudge hit a really tough pitch down and away and got us an insurance run there. And Will did a great job behind the plate. Will's a pro. He handles his role as the backup catcher tremendously, and he gets some big hits for us. So, we're fortunate in our catching situation. We're pretty good right there. No, I was not going to use Pudge tonight to catch. He was going to get the day off as far as bending down and catching. So he was at most he was going to hit. Otherwise, that was it. No, not going to catch tonight.
How about Lannon tonight, Jim?
Pardon me?
John Lannon tonight, the way he got through all those hits and was able to keep runs off the board.
Yeah, well, he really battled. I tell you, John's. The little glitch that he has going on is his breaking ball against left-handers. I think 7 of the hits he gave up, or the 9 or 10 hits he gave up, 7 were against left-handers, and he's a work in progress still with his breaking ball. But that being the case, he got big outs when he needed, none bigger than the double play on a guy who was very tough to double up. Zim made a great play on that. Kennedy turned it very nice. That was a huge play right there. But John's he's a battler, he's a competitor, and he gave us a chance to win, and we won.
They made a couple errors that helped you guys out a little bit. How nice is it to be on the other end of that after some of the games you guys lost that way last year?
Yeah, it's occurred to me that I know we did lose a lot of games like that, but it was a great effort play by Barnes. At second base, he's trying to backhand that ball, and he made a great effort on it. The part that helped us was that where it went after it went in no man's land, so we could score on the play, which was kind of fluky. But we took advantage of some situations, and guys played hard. We're down again in the ball game early, and they kept battling and playing hard. Their guy threw great. Hamill threw really good. He was, in the last inning he threw, he was one of the better velocity pitches he threw all night. So it was a tough challenge all night, and our guys were up to the challenge.
Especially when you consider what the bullpen's problems were like at the beginning of last season. How much of a better feeling do you have going in the late innings now with the way, especially guys like Clippard and Caps have been throwing?
Yeah, I think Clip started this last year. Clip really did a nice job for us, but the addition of Caps has been real big, and I think the addition of Bruni's going to be real big. Like a couple of our hitters, we just haven't quite gotten out of the blocks yet. Bruni hadn't quite gotten out of the blocks, but the ball's coming out of his hand good, and once we get him going, along with Caps and Clip, the way they're throwing, it's going to be a nice feeling to be able to go 3 and 4 innings deep with power arms like that, and we see Bruni making strides, so add him to the mix, and it's going to be real good.
Jim, did tonight's win sort of typify something about your team? You had Ryan out by the end of the game, kind of small crowd here, but a lot of things. John gave him 11 hits come through. Did that sort of?
Yeah, I think it does to some extent, but you know, that's a very good ball club we're playing. I really like the way we're competing with these really top ball clubs. And sometimes we're doing it, like you said. Zim's has missed some games, missed a couple innings tonight. But while he was in there, he was a huge contributor. You know, our guys in the middle of the infield are playing great baseball. Our catchers are playing great baseball. And again, we are where we are. It's 15 games into the season is all it is, but we are where we are, and we know we haven't hit our stride.
Jim, do you have an idea of who might start on Friday?
I do, but we're not ready to announce that move right now.
Did Marquis come to you guys at some point and say that there was something going on?
Yeah, today he came in and he said, you know, I woke up this morning. He's actually thrown a fair amount. Not a lot, but he threw in the last couple of days. He did his bullpen stuff. He did some flat ground stuff, throwing the ball very nice. And I'm going to say 10 days ago, 12 days ago, he said, you know, he felt a little something, but nothing that was prohibitive from him pitching. And so he's been monitored very closely about how he's feeling. And was fine. He was fine up till yesterday. He threw quite a bit, felt good, and then came in today and said he kind of woke up this morning and he just was kind of locked up a little bit, didn't have any extension in his elbow, and so we went and checked it out. And, I'm not sure what the results were or anything like that, but we're just going to shut him down precautionary here for a few days.
One thing I neglected to mention, I apologize, is he's going to have a second opinion with Dr. Kremchek in Cincinnati, and we'll get back to you upon that coming back. Apologize.
What day is that again?
I mean, it's their schedule.
But it is a DL thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jim, can you talk about Niger Morgan and what he provides, the hustle and energy? I mean, it was like those both bunt signals basically when he got called out in the fourth. Like guys are at the ball in center field.
Yeah, well, we need him out there, that's for sure. He's our catalyst, and put down a couple great bunts today. Again, like you said, you know, the energy that he provides, the distraction for the pitcher, just classic stuff for a very fast leadoff hitter and good center fielder. So, you know, hopefully we just keep him healthy and keep him going.
Jim, what was the call on that? I mean, I guess he said he was running outside or inside the
Yeah.
3-foot lane, but by the time he got down to the bag, it looked like he was certainly on the line, if not inside the.
I'm gonna have to let you argue that one. But, you know, it's almost impossible not to. And it's been talked about, you know, umpires and rule makers and everybody, they know the bag is inside the line, so it's very hard not to be inside the box there when you're running. So it's a tough one. But, you know, I obviously haven't seen it, you know, from my angle, I can't tell for sure. But it's a tough call, and it was, you know, it was a little deflating because we had him leading off there and getting on, and all of a sudden he's not on. So
Cap's 7 saves for you guys, and you know, first 2 outs, but then he put a couple on and still able to get out of it. But 7 saves, 2.5 weeks in. What can you say about him in terms of?
he's just been outstanding. He's throwing some really quality strikes. He's moving the ball around. His ball moves. He's mixing in some sliders, and you know, just go with it. You know, I felt real good about putting him in there against a real tough lineup, the heart of the lineup, and it got interesting. But he was up to it.